Happy New Year, everyone. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite dish, the Mongolian beef. Happy New Year, everyone. Today, our first video of the year will be one of my favorite dish. It's called Mongolian beef. On this dish, I tried to copy PF Chang's version, which is one of my favorite versions of Mongolian beef. So after a few tries, this is as close as I can get it. I hope you try this and let me know what you think under the comments. So here are the ingredients we're going to need for our recipe. We're going to need 1 piece of flank steak, 4 cloves of garlic minced, about a tablespoon of ginger minced, 1 bunch of green onions. Now the green part, I cut them into 1-inch length, while the white part, I kind of just chopped it fairly small. We're also going to need some cornstarch to coat our beef before pan frying it, to get that nice crust. For the sauce, we're going to need a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, but I don't have the rice vinegar, so I'm just going to settle with what vinegar I have, and a 1/4 cup of beef stock. We're also going to add in a pinch of salt for seasoning. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make our sauce. We're going to need a 1/4 cup of beef stock, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, two tablespoons of vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. Also, don't forget the pinch of salt. Stir until well combined. Then set this aside for later when we cook our beef. Next thing we're going to do is our flank steak. I'm going to cut it 3 ways so they're not too long. And as you see the grains going this way, make sure you cut against it. So make thin slices against the grain. The purpose you're doing this is because you don't want your beef to be chewy. So this will prevent it from being chewy. It's cutting against the grain. So just do thin. You can also cut it in an angle if you want. For me, it doesn't really matter. So one done, and do the next one. So just cut them thin, just like that. And just like that, we're done. Again, make sure you slice them really thin so that they cook fast. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna coat each and every one of those slices with cornstarch. This will prevent it from burning, and also it will give it a nice crust without overcooking your beef. Next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna coat our beef. So we have our slices here. What we're gonna do is just coat it, put in the cornstarch, and just dust off the excess. This is gonna be time consuming, but believe me, it's gonna pay off at the end. So we're just gonna coat every single strips, and then after this, we're gonna be pan frying it. Now we've finished coating all our beef. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna be pan frying them. We're gonna be browning our beef. So I'm using a wok, and I put some oil in there, and I set the heat to medium high. And then we're gonna be individually browning this beef. So this will take a while because there's quite a lot of beef. So I know it's time consuming, but in order to get good food, you have to put in some time with it. So slowly start putting in the beef. Try not to crowd them so that they brown. That's it. Don't overcrowd them. And just like that. Remove the meat from the oil and just set it aside. So we're going to continue doing this until we cook all the beef. Now on the same wok, we're going to add in some oil. We're going to start combining everything else. So add in some oil. Then we're going to put in our garlic. Ginger. And let that saute real quick. Then we're gonna add in the whites of our green onion. Then we're gonna place in our beef. We're gonna put our beef back. We're gonna next add in our sauce. Mix everything together, make sure that the rest of the beef are coated with the sauce. Then we're gonna add in our green onions. I mean the green part of our green onions. I forgot to mention, keep a cornstarch slurry ready. So you can add this depending on how thick you want your sauce to be. So I'm not gonna quite add it yet. We'll see what it looks like later, if it's thick enough. If not, we're gonna be adding in a little. I'm probably gonna be adding just a little because the sauce is nice and thick already, so just that. Just enough to give it some thickness. And just like that, our dish is done. Here's our finished dish. My version of Mongolian beef. The closest I could get it to PF Chang version. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe and Happy New Year to everyone. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.